from County National Bank, Senior Commercial Loan Specialist Therese Hesslau, and Assistant VP Commercial Loan Officer Kathryn Walker.
Good morning.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Andy.
How are you?
Good to be here today.
I've already seen you this morning. I saw you driving around. You get to work early.
Hey, first one there.
Yeah, you are the first one there.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried.
She gets to work early because this is a big week. It's her final week. You're retiring.
It's countdown.
When's your last day?
Friday's the last day.
Oh my gosh.
So it's really quite hard to believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
tell us a little bit about your career in banking in Jackson.
Go ahead.
well, we go way back. We go way back to Security Savings and Loan. Bart, you would remember those
Yes.
days. You don't hear that anymore.
They became Flagstar?
And then they became Security Savings Bank.
Okay.
So I was there for 16 years, I'd say. Then I went to Fifth Third Bank, which I think I was there for 12 years.
Okay.
And May 5th, Kat and I will celebrate our 11th year at County National
That's awesome.
Bank.
Wow.
Yes.
So I got about 40 years. You've got about...
Just 10. We'll just say I just have
Well,
10.
you guys came into CNB
No,
together.
because you came from Citizens.
I
at
did,
Huntington.
yeah. Some citizens, yes.
Were you, when you worked for Security Savings and Loan, were you walking around door to door selling the stocks?
No, I was not. But, to go back in time for the first 15 years, you had to wear a dress or a suit and hose and heels, and you had to play that part. But it was back in the, Melbourne Drysdale days,
Yeah.
It
Milburn, Drysdale.
Yes.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't either. I'm just just smiling.
It was like back in the 50s kind of setting,
Yeah.
Now, Therese, as I think many of our viewers know, is the wife of Greg O'Connor.
Oh my goodness.
And he retired
November, just
November,
this past
so-
November. Yeah.
He had it felt like a 6-month retirement tour.
Yes.
And you're just doing a week.
Yeah.
Just a week. So, but that's cool. You guys both get to retire together. What
Yes.
what do you guys have planned?
You're going to get an RV?
Are you going to go out to lunch?
No, we are not doing that. No, I think at first, I just want to get some home projects done.
Yeah.
The focus was on Greg for the last couple of years, so didn't really have a lot of time to, worry about other things. But just a few house improvements, enhancements. And,
Relax.
And, I said the very first thing I want to do is just take my coffee, sit on the deck, and look up at the sun and say, I don't got a doggone thing to do today.
Yeah.
I just want to say that for 5 days
That's
straight.
that's great. I'm jealous of that. Kathryn, tell us a little bit about Therese. You've worked with her the last 11 years.
She's my blood. She's my
I
pea.
know.
You're going to miss her.
I am, yes, because, luckily you do get to work with some good people, and it's not like she's just a coworker.
Right.
I refer to her as my date.
Yes,
Because we go to
are
all
each
of
other's
our
dates. There we are.
events together. We attend all that. We're very social people. The one thing I guess about Therese is she's so kind. So kind, and she keeps all of us in line. She's the mom of our group. And
The oldest, too.
yes, but
Let's just be frank.
it's great because no matter what kind of mood you're in, first thing in the morning, you come in and say good morning, and Therese has a smile on her face. She's never in a bad mood.
Yeah.
She's always there to lift you up and pick you up and say, it's okay, this too will pass. But
Teresa's
my
used,
saying.
Yes.
Teresa used to
Shall
taking
pass.
care of Greg, so
There you go.
walking into CNB, that's the easy part
probably,
of the day, right?
I don't know, there's a lot of us, and she has to deal with a lot.
I try.
One of my favorite Therese Hesslau stories, I used to photograph weddings, as you know, and one day I'm at a wedding at the Inn on Jackson School, the old Sheraton.
Yes, it was.
And Teresa's there walking around, and she came up to me and said, no, I don't recognize any of these people. And she's got a plate of hors d'oeuvres, and it's like
And a drink.
and a drink, and finally said, well, whose wedding is this? And I said, it's so and so's, and she said, can you help me get my card out of the treasure chest?
I'm at the wrong wedding.
You went to the wrong wedding.
So I actually had to hunt down the mom or the mother-in-law
Sure.
or whatever, one of them, to open it up with a screwdriver
Oh.
so I could get my card back out because I was at the wrong wedding.
Could you imagine? I bet you were mortified.
I was, but I drank my drink.
I was about to say.
Thank you for having me.
So
Jeez.
whose food was better? The one you were
Now,
supposed
was
to be
there
at,
two
or
weddings
the
at
other
the
one?
same building, or were you
Oh
just
no, in a complete different place.
Yeah.
Crazy. But we laugh about that all the time because it was funny.
Yeah, you've won a few awards over the years too. Here's a
I won
shot
a
of them
couple.
right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the latest one
Yes,
for excellent
congratulations.
service. And then I won one for community involvement
Yeah.
earlier at C&B.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
You've been on a lot of committees and things.
Yeah, Kat and I, we try to attend most everything because we like to. I mean, that's one of the things we like to, and we like to promote C&B, and we can chit-chat with just about anybody.
I think that's what we like mostly is we'll just talk to anybody and find out about everybody. And like you said, Therese attends everything. I mean,
Community banking really is, a huge fabric in this community, and you've seen that obviously in your job. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, when I started at Security Savings and Loan and finally left it when it was Flagstar, okay, so originally they had 11 branches. And so it was a small community bank. And then when I did leave, they had 60. Well, now you know Flagstar has a bazillion. Then I went to Fifth Third, and they have a trillion.
Yeah.
And then I came back to County National, and they had like 11.
Yeah.
And it was, I have to say, it was really nice to go full circle, come back to a very community-oriented organization because that's what we're all about.
Yes.
We love Jackson, and we love the community, and it was fun to work for people that really supported it and really wanted you to be out there, and you didn't have to ask twice or beg to be out there. They wanted you to. So that was really nice. So I do like the community, close-knit feeling. And C&B has been very supportive. Through Greg's illness or any type of family thing, they really, it's a work-life balance, they say, but you can tell the difference when people are behind that in heart and spirit, and you don't have to beg or feel guilty or whatever. If they let you make it up if you want to make up that time, and take off when you have to. So that part will always be
they're
treasured.
more
by me.
understanding.
Yes.
By the way, at the end of that wedding, the bride came up to me and she said, "Who was that woman?"
They did not.
It was just some lady off the street.
So that's Greg O'Connor's wife.
Well, we should say hi to the boys, your boys.
Oh, my boys.
Your
Yes,
boys.
Greg is home watching. I
Hi,
know
Greg.
my son Steve and Tony, Simone, my two granddaughters, Mila and Margot. I think Steve's girlfriend, he has her parents watching.
Oh, perfect.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Jim.
Well, congratulations.
So shout out to all of them.
Yes, and congratulations on your retirement. And Kathryn, I know you'll be able to soldier on, but we can count. Yeah.
I'm going to miss everybody.
know.
You know,
It's
they
gonna
always
be
say
rough.
it's the people that you miss.
Yes.
And it truly is, because we'll be lifelong friends.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
You'll still be going to weddings.
I'll still be going.
Therese Hesslau and Kathryn Walker, County National Bank. More of the Morning Show after this.